Hi everyone, Red here. Today we're coming with a relatively quick video. A big update just came out on Dreams 2.44, 2.44, 244, whatever you want. I'm just going to go over two of the key updates that probably are most important to me and to a lot of people that maybe have left Dreams behind because of the style of it or because of whatever reason. We're just going to go over it because I think this is going to be interesting to you, is very interesting to me. So the first thing we're going to go over is the Luminoise update. This is basically the ability to hide the fleck look that Dreams is very known for. Now obviously within Dreams, it's a certain art style that you get going in. You can do a lot to kind of manage it and kind of change it up, but ultimately a lot of the fleck look still tends to come through, which put a lot of people off because sometimes everything just tends to look the same. So we're going to take a look at what the fleck look looks like when it's gone. And this is also not an addition to thermal, so you can get clean looking surfaces without tightening it up on detail, which is very helpful, of course. So first of all, we're just going to look at the difference between a character's skin, between luminoise, I don't know why I keep saying luminescence, luminoise and deluminoised, I don't know the actual term. So here you have Red, my character, who obviously, as you can see, has a fleck look on his skin. This, if you ever want to do close-up shots, is very instantly recognizable. You see it, you think, like, little squares all over his face is a bit annoying, especially if you've got a much more detailed character than what Red is. Red is a fairly simple style of character, so I can get away with it, especially like the more you pull out, the cleaner his face looks. But if you ever go in for a close-up, squares everywhere. The deluminoise, this is how it looks. So immediately you can see the difference just between them, about how the skin is super smooth, there's no squares anywhere. Obviously you'll still get stuff like this, but that's shading and stuff like that, so I mean you still want that. But the upgrade here is phenomenal, especially if your character has like the white eye. Like let's say you do more toon style characters and you have like the white eyes. This is perfect for that because it makes them super clean and pop perfectly, which is fantastic. I've used it on a lot of my own characters, which maybe I'll show you after this. So yeah, skin, fantastic. You're now able to differentiate between skin and gloves. I've not used it on any other piece of his body. In fact, let's go in. Use it. Boom. There we go. So immediately, and it's literally a click of a button. That's how amazing it is. Click of a button. You don't need to do a thing. Click the button. Boom. Flecks are gone. And then immediately you can tell the difference between the glove, which has a texture to it, and his skin, which doesn't, which is phenomenal. So we'll go ahead and delete him. Next, we're going to look at walls and textures on this. Now, this has already been deluminoised. I'm going to say that so wrong. Luminoise is what it's called, so I'm going to assume it's deluminoised. So this has already been deluminoised. Now obviously this is a personal preference of what you like and what you want. You add it back in, obviously it's going to add a bunch of rough texture to it. You take it out, that's kind of gone. If you go into your inner properties and you put this all the way down, that also hides it. You add it back up, obviously that's going to add it back in. Take it down, you know, you're going to get a much different look. It's great for smooth surfaces. It's more of a smooth surface type of thing. So if you've got like a building wall, kind of like this, but without the texture that I've already, like I've added in these kind of textures, so it might not necessarily pop with this. You need to use it correctly. There's a right way and a wrong way, as we're about to see with the other two examples. But It's really good for smoothing out surfaces. Now, obviously, it looks really good far away. You get in close, obviously you can start to see, but this is when you obviously have the choice to then add in the detail again, how much detail you want to add in, but obviously that puts up thermal. So it's really, really good for keeping something low thermal, but still looking tight, not flecks everywhere, which is fantastic. We've needed this for the longest time. Next, we'll just run about as red. This is the difference between using it on the ground. So of course on the left, you've got noise. On the right, you don't. Now, this is why I think it has to be used correctly, because this, in a grand area where everything looks like this, from what I've kind of learned based on the couple hours that I've been using it for, it just kind of looks not textured. It looks very amateurish. It looks like it's waiting to be textured, basically. Now, obviously, if you add it in with different things, it's going to look better. But I think this way, one, it gives us more control over being able to have something the way we want it, rather than the way it's forced on us. So obviously before, if you wanted to tighten something and get rid of the fleck look, you would have to go into your tools, adjust detail, and then you would have to crank that a lot, and that would put up your thermal, and then boom. I mean, you still get tiny little squares, but at least from a distance, it relatively looks the same, but your thermals went up. This, on the other hand, no textures at all at any time. Let's even go right down, like right down, and we'll start to see the proper. Now, obviously, if you absolutely destroy it with like lack of detail, it's going to still have some texture. Just making sure that the settings, the settings are right. But even just look at the difference from, you know, right to left, you can immediately see that one, this costs no thermal at all. So we've managed to get a smooth looking surface with absolutely no cost to thermal, which is great. But yeah, so this is my voice just went down an octave apparently as well, so that's cool. So yes, that's the difference between luminoise on the ground that you might see. The best use by far is on white stuff. You can see immediately white stuff always looked like it was a wee bit dirty. That there was always a wee bit kind of there was always a wee bit of grey in your white. Obviously, the further you go away, it starts to look better. But when you get up close to something, you immediately see how, you know, that kind of borders it. With the deluminoise right here, blank white. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, you can't really say much more about it. It works perfectly for what it's needed for. It's not there to be overused. Obviously, you can if you're looking for that style of effect, but like everything in Dreams, it takes a wee bit of finesse to know when to use it and when not to use it. Smooth walls, perfect. Skin, perfect. Using it to decorate your entire dream, maybe not. Maybe stay away from that. Again, I've used it up here. This used to be, and again, a lot of this stuff is like dethermoed because it's waiting to go into a level where I'll then adjust the detail of it. Obviously, if you crank up the thermo to where it looks like this, you can see it's got a lot more going for it, but you're losing a lot of thermal. At least we can still have low thermal stuff that doesn't look, and I'll show you how it did look before. There you go. Put that back up as well. This is how it looked before. Now, obviously, again, you could be looking for this because it still does look like texture. It does look like texture, but a lot of people complained about the fleck look constantly being there. This way, we have the choice. We can make it go away. We can have smoother looking stuff, which is fantastic, which is what we need. The next thing we're looking for is the sculpt to paint tool, which is amazing, especially if you want just painting versions of your character. It's again 2 buttons. You click on what you want, little thing up here, convert to painting. Now obviously it's going to show everything that was added on to the character, so you're going to see everything that was like hidden. So just kind of ignore that. But if you want it all to come together to be a bit more neat and fuller, you just up this to where you want it. Obviously it's not going to look perfect because it is turned into a painting, but the fact that I now have a little painting version of red, which is hollow on the inside, and it also look what happened to the thermal as well. Boom. So it completely gets rid of the thermal as well. 12, 15, 3, all gone. You add that back in, it's all back there. So it's very, very handy tool. And I will show off, since we're here, and you're probably wondering, the completely opaque square. I imagine this is going to have a million amazing uses eventually. I can't really think of one right now. It's great for, I guess, windows and stuff. It's because you now have a reflection on it. So you can add a finish to it, add a shininess, and kind of give it whatever look you want, and it'll reflect. It's also got a wee bit of a homage kind of effect to it, so it would be quite cool for adding in really unique stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to go into all the calculator stuff because when they were showing it off yesterday, my mind was like, so I'll leave all that. But I will show you how amazing it looks on characters' eyes. You'll probably notice that all my characters have been previously saved recently. This is because, check this out. So I've used it on Finn. I've not used on his actual skin. I've used on things that would be smooth. So his beak is a lot smoother. His feet are smoother. And of course his eyes. Now let's check out his eyes previously. Now I thought they did look quite good previously. But wait till you see this. See, look at all that noise, and that's not even half of it. Actually, it didn't look that bad before, but yeah. So all these now obviously at a distance that disappears right away, but again you want a close-up of them. You've got all these squares, and then you have to go into your thing, and it's already super red, and then you've got to like tighten it up again, and it just added a bunch of thermal and everything. It's crazy, it's ridiculous, it's dumb. Now you just go in, bada bing bada boom, at no cost to thermal, and you can have smooth eyes, skin, walls. Again, even just looking at the ground, this is usually the ground that you start with. Nothing has been differed. Bada bing, bada boom. Smooth. It's just to hide there you go. See? Smooth surface. It's fantastic. It's going to be so good for so many things. But yeah, that's me. I just wanted to make this video really quick, just kind of show off this, and maybe get some people that left dreams behind because of the look to come back, give it a second chance. You know, it's the best creation tool out there, and it's always getting upgraded and updated. And when you can change something this easy at a press of a button, where you don't have to go into a million drop down menus and look for something for about half an hour, come on, user friendly, it's right there. But yeah, thank you very much. I'm Red. If you like me, I do have a Patreon that you can support me on. Still feels weird plugging that, but it's there. I also have videos coming out Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. This obviously is a bit of a different one because I just wanted to get this out here and kind of show off the stuff. We do streams Monday, Wednesday and Friday. What day is it? It's Wednesday. I've got a stream in like 2 hours. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed that. Catch.